Hello, this is Lauren Holly Allen, and I'm back with you on Emergency Management Made Easy with Lauren. You are with Lauren Holly Allen, and the class is number 3 in the series. Today we will discuss team building. So imagine you work in an area where you're having lunch, and you're having lunch in the cafeteria or church dining area. Suddenly, 2 masked men burst in, and they're holding rifles, shouting, "Get down, all of you." You are suddenly struck with fear, terror. Shots ring out, and several people have been shot. What would you do? And what should you do first? That's a question for you. Quick question. And those who have been with me before know I ask quick questions. Do you have a plan for such a disaster? Active shooter training is taught by protective security advisors in the United States. In my worship house, they were employed with the local state police, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. My name is Lauren Holly Allen. In this video, I want to continue answering your questions about what to do in life-threatening emergencies. But first, let's begin to build your security teams. You need a written plan of action for your protection at work and at home. At home, you might have just family security team, but at work, you will probably need a formal security team. Now, what is the importance of building security teams? Why are they important? Why are they even necessary? I think we've had this conversation before, but it's worth repeating. Those who are following along using my book, the reference pages are 3 to 4 in the book. This is the book we're referring to. You can write a step-by-step house of worship, emergency safety, and security plan. Lauren Holly Allen, I am your trainer. And I'll probably show that again before we part. So who are the people in your organizations you might consider joining your emergency team or faith-based working group for your worship house? Who are these people? 2, what information should you consider before selecting them? Who are these people? What qualities do they possess? What skills do they possess? Why would you even consider selecting them? Some of our team members who we work with are cafeteria staff, maintenance staff, school counselors, assistant principals, the principal, maybe as the lead, the pastor of the church, any staff working in the worship house who might have credentials or be interested and have the best interests of your congregation at heart. At work, people who may have background in security. Who would you consider? And I'm going to go a step further. This is our 3rd meeting together. Who are you considering? Have you written down any names? Okay. Book reference page 18, chapter 3. Now I'm moving ahead a little bit for some certain people who might want to read ahead. Why are security, safety, and emergency teams necessary? And what do they look like? The primary goal of your organization's team is to determine your security needs and assess the possible threats like the one we described in the cafeteria. Determine how they should be implemented before an emergency or disaster occurs, before it occurs. And finally, your goal in this training segment is to begin seriously thinking about it and begin developing a written emergency operations plan. Yes, we have to start somewhere. So let's start with the team of people who are around you, who work with you every day, who you have pointed out and written down in your notes. You don't need the book. You need good notes, maybe a binder or just a notebook where all of these facts can be recorded so you can refer back to them. And finally, your goal in this training segment is to begin seriously thinking about and writing these factors down. Who would you consider? And let's do a quick review question. What is muscle memory? Do you remember? Define it. Write it down. Developing muscle memory means knowing what action to take immediately in the cafeteria. What action to take immediately. Remember that shooting scene in the cafeteria. Let it burn in your mind. If you're in school, let it burn in your mind what that looks like and what would you do. What type of training do you need? Establish a multi-layered response plan to increase security. Identify clear roles and responsibilities for your staff or team of volunteers. At the hospital, we have volunteers, so they need to know what to do in case of emergency. Begin developing and implementing security measures. The primary goal is to work together to develop a response plan once the team is assembled. You got your team together, you're all at the table. What are the roles going to look like? Who's going to do what? Yeah, it's time to assemble your team. Quick review question again. Understand potential risks wherever you are. This is a repeat. Define situational awareness. What is it? Do you remember what you might have written it down in your notes? What is situational awareness? Situation awareness means knowing your space. Why? It's key to your organization and your personal survival. It's key to your personal survival. Let's develop your team first and afterwards include risk assessment guidance. Yeah, that's where I come in. I'm moving you to the next thing slowly. So we're establishing a team, developing it, and then we're looking at risk assessment guidance. We will create emergency action and incident response plans that are well communicated, trained, and exercised, including drills. That's your exercise, that's your training. This is collaborative training with the team as you build muscle memory while working with your team of people. Everyone will know what their responsibilities are. They'll have a job description. And it'll be a job description, not a name of a specific person. It's John, the name is John Doe, but John Doe will have a specific job duty. Let's say they already work in the security in your building. Well, that's John Doe's. That's his role in case of emergency. He will be the security person with certain duties. Every person, whoever, forget their names, will be identified by their specific job duties on the emergency team. Does that make sense? Okay. Drills, specific. We will drill you, train you for that, teach you how to do that in the future. But keep that in mind. You can just put it in your notes. Team review. Team review behavioral threat assessment teams. Teams are developed according to your business needs, community, known or possible environmental threats, and climate. What's going on in your neighborhood? That will determine what the needs of your team are, and how how their jobs will be identified within your building or wherever you are. Quick review. We're going to review again the select teams and define what they may be in your organization. And it's important that you write these down, because I want you to select the specific team that's congruent with your organization. What type of team do you think you need? What is the name of your team? So let's go over a few again. Please write them down. Faith-based working group. Emergency team members, simple. Security committee. School and campus safety teams. University security team. Professionals are available to help with your emergency and safety planning at every level. This is a repeat: city, county, state, and federal municipalities. They are first responders who answer your 911 calls when needed. For example, wildfires, house fires, crimes, medical emergencies, and animals, bears, and alligators harassing residents in certain states. In Maryland, the Department of Natural Resources are called for our black bears. Matter of fact, there were calls this past weekend. I forget the county. They're available 24 hours a day, and in Maryland, the number is 410-260-8888. In Maryland, they're open 24 hours a day. And more importantly, they are available to consult with your agency during your planning process. Good to know, especially in the United States. And I was doing a little research earlier, and I'll try to be brief. And I was looking at a picture of the black bear on my phone, since we had an incident this weekend. If you see a bear, don't panic, don't shoot, don't approach, and don't feed them. Never feed wild animals. Make the bears aware of your presence by talking in a firm voice. Ensure that the bear has an escape route to give it space, and keep domestic animals away, like your dog. Back away slowly with your arms raised up to appear larger. Have all people and pets go inside to wait for the bear to leave. If you would like to report a sighting, please contact your local wildlife office and see the list at the bottom of this page. Well, that's for us Department of Natural Resources in Maryland and throughout the United States. And in your country, I don't know what that might be, but I suggest that you are always aware according to where you live, your environment, your space. What animals are a problem? Alligators, snakes, whatever they may be. All right. Protective security advisors, as I have shared before, in the United States are the persons you call for active shooter training. Please make arrangements to get the active shooter team in your environment, on site. Call them this week to make arrangements for active shooter training for your particular environment, be it school, be it church, wherever you are, your house of worship, wherever you are. There should be some type of active shooter training going on, hopefully out of the country as well as in the United States. In my worship house, the local state police employed them, and your team will be trained and empowered with the ability to create a safe environment. In many instances, to prevent violence and discern and manage violent behaviors when or before it occurs or escalates. I will cover this information in Chapter 3 later under Security Site Assessment, Crime Prevention Through Environmental Design, pages 41 through 44. You will like it. It's fascinating. In the book, I have a whole chapter on it. Quick quiz. Takeaways. 1. Is pre-planning always possible during an emergency? Clue. We answered this question in the school and work cafeteria scenario. The answer is no. Active shooter can come in anytime. An emergency can happen at any time. However, what I want you to consider is what would you do if, and start pre-planning scenarios for your protection and the protection of your family, protection of your students, protection of your worship house, protection of your business, protection wherever you are. Have you or your school, church, or agency had or scheduled active shooter training is my question. I want you to answer that question, and then I want you to make arrangements to schedule the training. It's free in the U.S. And make arrangements wherever you are, UK, Africa, wherever you may be. I have some Pakistan people from all over the world watching my video, and I want you to make arrangements, if at all possible. Please consider scheduling before our next video together, especially for schools, colleges, worship houses, and businesses. Please consider scheduling before our next video, which will be next Friday. By way of information, before you leave me, my QR code was taken down. And it was my fault. I think I had too many ads in it for book and other things, so it was taken down. So in my description, I added my contact information so that I will be available to answer your questions. My email address, please write this down if you don't already have it. My email address is preparebeforeithappens@outlook.com. Preparebeforeithappens@outlook.com. Questions and consultation inquiries are also available with me by phone, FaceTime, or Zoom. And my fees are reasonable and manageable. Contact me and we'll discuss it. I'll even do a group. I'll do a group on Zoom for maybe $30 an hour. I'll just keep it reasonable. A phone call, $10, $10 an hour. So that should be reasonable on FaceTime and Zoom. We'll see. As I said before, you can write a step-by-step house of worship, emergency, that's my copy, safety and security plan, and it's available on Amazon, and they are good. They advertised it for me and did a write-up about our YouTube together. I thought that was really nice. So the book is available for those who want it. You don't need it to take the class, but you do need a notebook, because some of this information we will refer back to it, and it will help you as we go further in our classwork together. So, I think we're done for the day. I pray and hope that the information that I've imparted is helpful to you. I hope it makes sense to you, especially to get started with active shooter training. Thank you for coming on the channel. I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it too. Thank you. And we'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.